Well, before I even talk about my thoughts on my mixed thoughts with the Kingsman, let me just say this right off the bat, which is probably going to be out of context. I almost died last night. Well, no, not really, but I'll make a video about it after this one, but let's just say whatever it was that I just said there, it has to do with, I don't know, all of my family members going downstairs in the bathroom, because that's the only safe place to be during a tornado warning. And no, I'm not capping. Apparently, we got a tornado warning last night. Again, separate video after I make this one. Hello, we're back to another movie review on the channel, and yeah. Where do I begin? Because I didn't take notes for this, and I would always take notes to talk about my thoughts on movies, and just yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much a Kingsman prequel. I mean, I've only seen the first two. The first one, saw that on FX channel. Some of the blood. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched the first two. I do remember my mom took me indeed to see the second one in theaters, but she probably should have checked the rating for the movie, because as they dropped multiple F-bombs and the blood and gore was happening. Please, for the love of God, let that be a normal plane and not another tornado warning, because I do not need to deal with that today. But still, my mom forgot to check the rating for the Golden Circle, and just basically my mom accidentally took me indeed to an R-rated movie back in 2017. I'll tell you this, I did enjoy the movie though, sort of. You know what? I'll have to do a review for the first two another time. Once the third movie's coming out. Actually, is there a fourth one coming out, which would be Kingsman 3, since this is technically a prequel, from what I've heard? Alright, quick update. I took notes because, yeah, I guess it just helps out a little bit. It just helps me out with this. So anyways, let's just start on, my movie review, which will contain a little bit of spoilers, for The Kingsman, that came out in theaters December 22nd, 2021. Which would be 3 months ago. Exactly, actually. Actually, it would be exactly 3 months ago, officially. So what are my thoughts on The Kingsman? Honestly, it was a bit disappointing, but not entirely. Let's just say I still enjoyed it, thought it was okay, but I could watch it again, I will say. And again, I will be dumping spoilers for this review, since it's been like 3 months since it came out, or no, it's actually been 3 months, or 4 months, I don't know, I'm very terrible at math, sadly. So what are the positives I have for The Kingsman? I'll say this right off the bat. The action was entertaining to watch. There were a few camera shots I got annoyed with at first, but later in the movie I then liked them later on, because they were pretty satisfying, gotta say. Which would be the weird translations that are going on in this movie. But the reveal for the villain? I gotta say, it honestly didn't disappoint. Because I didn't saw it coming, I was a bit clueless about it. Actually, I was entirely clueless about it. And I pretty much didn't figure it out. I was kind of too lazy. I had some guesses, but yeah, I was wrong either way. But I guess those were the only positives I have for this movie. Now, for the negatives, I have no idea what the hell is going on in this movie. I was so confused with not only, I guess, the plot of the movie, but along with the characters, because I couldn't tell which one of these characters would be the same ones that I would later on see in the first two movies of the Kingsman, since this is a prequel. I honestly thought one of the characters, like Conrad, was going to be one of them. Like, from what I'm looking at the cast, Harry. I thought he was going to be Harry, but, well, I was wrong, first of all. And second of all, I should have done my research before watching this movie, especially watching the first two Kingsman movies. I like to watch movies in preparation of an upcoming movie or show. I just like doing preps. You know, I should have watched the first two Kingsman movies in preparation for the Kingsman. And third of all, okay, earlier as I was writing this, I kind of forgot what was the third reason I was thinking about, and, yeah, I hate it when this happens to me, but I don't know if this is what I was gonna say next, but, I don't know if this is what I was gonna say. I'm not even talking correctly. It's pretty much my fault that I, couldn't remember everyone else's names of who's who, because it's been like 5 or 6 years since I saw the Golden Circle, but seriously though, I'm a bit annoyed that I forgot the third reason to go with third of all. Also, here comes a spoiler warning. So, yeah, if you have not seen it, go watch it, and then come back to this video. It's now streaming on Hulu. Did I forget to mention that? Now, I did wrote something of a nitpick, but just, don't know if I'm gonna bring up the topic, so I'm probably just gonna skip over that. I thought about not writing it down, but I wrote it down anyways. Yeah. But there was one thing that kind of ruined the movie for me, and one of the things that ruined the movie for me was they killed off Conrad. And I'm not joking. Thanks to a stupid soldier thinking he was an imposter, he just freaking headshot him in the head. And oh, I probably should have got my reaction for this, but I'm glad I didn't, because I would be out of my mind to do a movie reaction, whether it be on video or on Twitch in the middle of the night, while there's a tornado warning happening. So yeah, I did myself a favor. But I was shocked as hell just to see that happen. I'm like, what? No, are you kidding me? What the I dropped a few F-bombs while watching this movie. But yeah, Conrad dying in this movie was one of the major things that kind of killed it for me. I mean, if he didn't die, I probably could have gave it a higher rating, but just... I should have saw it coming. Also, surprised to see Aaron Taylor Johnson in this movie. When did no one told me that? How was I not aware of this? Well, there's one thing I am aware about that's to do with Aaron Taylor Johnson. That is, his movie's now rolling. Cameras is now rolling. They've now started filming for Kraven the Hunter movie that will be coming out January 13th, 2023. That's not on Friday the 13th, is it? But still, though, that was a lovely surprise to see him in this movie. Wish he got more screen time, though. Still, it was fun seeing him in this movie. I guess that's another positive I have in this movie. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this movie. I feel like I keep saying this movie a lot. This movie. What am I doing? Also, that post-credit scene was actually pretty dope. Which, I did not know there was a post-credit scene, because after I was done watching the movie, I then just looked through the window, just ignored the credits. Actually, I do rewind a little bit, just to find Aaron Taylor Johnson's name in the credits, but they didn't edit his name in the credits, which, what the hell, 20th Century Fox? No, wait, you're now 20th Century Studios, so now that Disney owns you. I don't know why I'm doing that. But after that, I then noticed there was a post-credit scene playing. I'm like, oh snap, there's a post-credit scene? And in the post-credit scene, the bad guys recruit one person that is known as Hitler, a guy who I guess started World War II. I have heard about this Hitler guy, don't know much about him. I probably should do my research, but like just... Gabe and Dee would just lose their minds over about Hitler. I don't know, I should probably have a discussion with them about this. But I gotta get my brother's reaction for the post-credit scene. Because he did want to check this out after we were done. Because, like, we were planning to watch Willy's Wonderland and the Kingsman. First Willy's Wonderland, then the Kingsman. I think I've mentioned that. Actually, no, I mentioned this in my spoiler review for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Still, I'm gonna try to get his reaction from the post-credit scene if I can, whether it be on video or a TikTok. Depends, I guess. But overall, I still enjoyed the movie. I thought it was alright. I would watch it again. And I should probably watch this with my mom. That's gonna be interesting, but I'm definitely not gonna be covering a movie reaction from my mom. I've already got 2 movie reactions I'm gonna be doing that has to do with my mom reacting to the movies, which would be Scream 5 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's just hope my mom is still clueless about the 3 Spider-Man, since she's already seen this photo. But for my rating for the movie, I am gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It was alright with me. I'd watch it again. But I would still recommend people to check this out, which is now streaming on Hulu. And the next movie that is from 20th Century Studios that I am looking forward to watch is Death on the Nile, coming, I think, next week? Exactly? Before Moon Knight premiere on Disney Plus? But still, if I'm going to watch that one, I'm going to have to rewatch Murder on the Orient Express. Since I did said I was going to do a double movie review for both movies. But those are just my thoughts on The Kingsman, which is now streaming on Hulu. Be sure to let me know your thoughts, comment down below. And yeah, I will be covering movie reviews for the first 2 Kingsman movies once the 4th one, which would be Kingsman 3, coming out sometime in 2023, which is it's actually coming out next year. Well, we don't know much. That's just something I've heard. I heard we're going to get a 4th Kingsman movie, and it is actually Kingsman 3. And just, yeah. But again, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next movie review. Peace out. Also, by the way, I have a few movie reviews I gotta cover, which would be The Boys Diabolical, The Adam Project, and Deep Water. Along with that, there's that. Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 movie reviews I still gotta cover. Anyways, peace. For real this time.